It's funny because apparently this is a mattress store, like a mattress firm or something, and it went out of business. And like I saw the garbage for it, and like it just opened. But look, like there's all their store closing signs, and then here's all this the mattresses. Like, well, we couldn't sell these last couple mattresses. We'll just throw them in the dumpster and move on. Hey, speaking of moving on, let's move on to this note here. This actually is a comment that I received on a video I made yesterday. Let's try to find out where we are. Man, this is crazy, isn't it? All right, so I made a video yesterday, as I do every day, right? And the video was called Hair Loss. We must reinvent ourselves or we will be devastated. And I had a regular viewer and commenter that I would say the name, but I can't pronounce it because it's in Hebrew. All I can tell you, he's got a green parrot as his avatar, and he's from Poland, he revealed to us at the end of this comment. But I'm just going to read an excerpt because there's so much in this one comment that I think there's one main thing I just want to focus on today. Here it is, quote, "Thank you for making this video. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Your words are tough words that no one in my position would like to listen to. People like me would rather take a magic pill than to stop their hair loss than to gradually redefine themselves. I'm in panic. I don't think rationally, and I simply want to be rescued," end quote. As we look at this serene body of water, I just want to thank you for being honest, raw, and vulnerable. Thank you. I mean, that's unedited. He's thinking this, and then he wrote it in the comment to share with us so that we could help him sort this out. That's the kind of YouTube channel I want to have and I want to host. You know, it wasn't always this way. You know, even a couple months ago, I was making videos where I had to respond to viewers that were so judgmental, you know, against me, against the other people for having too much hair, and saying, you know, basically that I have no right to complain or even feel the way I do about my hair loss because I don't know what it's like to be 17 and balding. And that's true. I don't know what it's like. But I like the fact, because this guy that left the comment, he's also about the same age as me, in his mid 30s, and he's feeling this way. And what I'm not okay with is us judging each other on saying you can't feel this way because you don't fit this criteria and this criteria. You know what? No, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same position. If you're dealing with hair loss and you're sorting this out, then this should be a place you can come and not be judged by other people. Instead, you could be accepted. And that's exactly what I've seen happen in the comment section for him in the past, that people have embraced him and encouraged him. I am proud of that. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. This is the kind of YouTube channel I want. Now, let's take a look real quick, though. Something I underlined, I highlighted where he said this. People like me would rather take a magic pill to stop their hair loss than to gradually redefine themselves. Again, honesty. And he's addressing one of the newer themes that we're talking about in our channel right now. How when it really comes down to it, your hair loss is not going to be reversed. You may find some things to slow it down, but it's just slowing down the inevitable. Ultimately, those of us who have the DNA that has called for us to ultimately lose our hair at a younger age, comparatively speaking, to the rest of the world, that is our fate. And the more we push that off, the more unhappy we're going to be, right? And so he's saying, I wish there was just a magic pill. And it's funny because I made a video, I think it was November of 2015. It was one of my first hair videos in which I said, there is no cure for hair loss. Now, granted, yes, there are drugs, there are things to slow it down. But as far as this concept that, oh, here it is all along, I didn't realize that there was a magic pill that we could all take. You know, if that were the case, I wouldn't have a successful YouTube channel that I have. I'm able to gather us together and us realize the fact that, yeah, that simple cure doesn't exist. There is no magic pill. And ultimately, in the closing line, I think this is worth addressing too, where he says, I simply want to be rescued. I simply want to be rescued. I think this sheds light on the fact that something probably we all can relate to is it's not really about hair loss when it comes down to it. Hair loss is the thing that reveals what's really going on inside of us. Because I could be doing a channel about hair loss. It could be anything else. We can trade in one insecurity for another It could be that you don't feel successful in your career. It could be that you feel that you're not tall enough, or that you're too tall, or that whatever it is, you know. I see so much psychology in this and in myself and each other that until we think and believe that society does value us, then we're never going to be at peace. I think this comes down to a fundamental issue. Do we truly believe that society values us? Let me say it again. Do we truly believe that society values us? With or without hair? Forget about the hair for a minute. Forget about it. All right? Do we think society values us? Because look at how much time and attention we're putting on hair. And I'm not here to say that it doesn't matter. I had somebody the other day say, you should just spend time with loved ones. Don't worry, it's just hair. Yeah, I agree. We definitely need to spend time with loved ones. But at the same time, if this is eating at you, if this is getting you, there's a fundamental psychological issue that we've got to deal with. And I really believe that it reflects the fact that some part of us fears or thinks that society does not value us or appreciate us. Now, granted, I come from a loving family, and now I have my own loving family. I've had a good life. I have. There's no doubt about it. And I still do. But ultimately, even I could let this get the best of me if I let it worry about me. But I think part of what makes this work, what makes me work as a YouTube host of this video, is that ultimately I've actually moved past worrying about my hair. And I realized that my value from other people, which we all want to be valued by other people. I'm not downplaying that. That's important. It's important to know that you're loved and valued by other people. But I realize that value is not based on my hair. And I fully, fundamentally realize that. And I think it's possible that a lot of people watching my videos haven't got to that point where they realize, hey, you know what? I am valued by society. I am loved by people in my life. People do care about me. And it has nothing to do with my hair. Either way, I will be valued just as much, and I will be loved just as much with or without hair. Now, I get it. There's some superficial things that we can talk about with hair loss. We can look at US presidents, and we can look at the two people running for president every 4 years. And we can look and say, oh, well, look at the one that's taller typically wins. Oh, the one with better hair, he typically wins the election. We can look at those superficial things. You know what? I'm not running for president, and neither are you. You know what? That's not how it actually works. In the real world, the way we're valued by society, we're not judged on that. Thank you for sharing, and please help our friend out. We're a support group. We're here to help each other. I'm Nick Shell. We're going to talk about hair loss and psychology.